Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back for another lapidary adventure. I am really excited for this one because today I'm gonna be cutting open a piece of... where I put that thing? Coprolite. And as I was saying, I'm gonna be cutting and polishing that fossilized dookie, but before we get ready to cut and take an immense amount of time to set up my lapidary saw, let me tell you a little bit about it. So here's the scuttlebutt on that coprolite. First off, I do not know what kind of creature that it came from. And two, I don't know how old it is. I wish I could tell you all of that information. I just don't know that. I got this coprolite as a gift from Granny G, a lady who wrote a children's book about coprolite, and that is not a joke. That is real life. It's really cute. My kids love it. But, you know, it makes me sad because I truly feel that if I knew where it came from and how old it was, that this video could be a #1 video for me. But because I don't know that, I'm just saddened because I feel like it's just gonna be a huge #2. All right, time to cut the coprolite. I have to set up my saw. It's gonna take a long time. Okay, so it doesn't take me a long time to get set up. I'm using the 6-inch high-tech diamond lapidary saw with the thin sintered blade. And because, shocker, shocker, coprolites are so brittle, I'm going to take it very, very, very slow because the last thing I want is for this thing to get a fissure. I mean, a fracture. I don't want it to fracture and break apart. I want it to be whole, and I want to be able to bring it to my Cab King to polish it. So let's take it nice and easy and cut this thing. We did it. We did it. We did it. We got it without any sort of fractures or anything like that. I'm excited to see what is inside this little stinker bean. Let's see. That is the most beautiful piece of you know what I've ever seen. Oh, that is so sweet. You can see it has some natural fractures in it. So during the polishing process, same as the cutting, going to be very, very, very careful. This is really interesting. So, as I said before, I am not an expert in the realm of coprolites, but this thing is really unique. It has banding and layers to it, which makes me think potential mis-ID into concretion, but I've seen concretions before and they don't really look like this. I think that there's some info to be shared about this if there's any experts with coprolites, because the last thing I want to do is share wrong information. I was, like I said, gifted to this by Granny G with a lot of, well, a few other coprolites, and it definitely looks like a turd, but I'm no expert. So you guys let me know what you think about it. If it is a coprolite, this is the most beautiful one I've ever seen in my life. And this potentially, because I know in the bag that she sent me, I know that there were marine coprolites. So maybe marine and mammal are different. I don't know. You guys let me know. But either way, I'm gonna polish this little stinker, and that's what we're gonna get started with right now. So while I've been waiting for my water to heat up for my Cap King, I did a little Googling and I looked up cut coprolites and cut concretions, and I couldn't find either that looked like this. The concretions that I got that looked like kind of like septarian nodules, and the coprolites that I got looked more like moss agates than anything. So if there's any poo experts out there, you know, let me know. So normally when I'm polishing rocks, I'm polishing agates and they're very hard. I start on the 220 grit wheel and grind out all those saw blade marks and the surface fractures, and it takes a very long time. And then I can work through the different grits up to the 3000 grit to get that mirrored finish. But because coprolites are so soft, I think on the Mohs hardness scale, they're a number 2. So I only need to start on the 600 grit wheel very, very gently. Again, I don't want to ruin these things. So we'll go 600, I'll show you what it looks like, 1200, show you what it looks like, and then we'll wrap it up at the 3000 grit, and hopefully it stayed intact and we can show you a very beautiful display of polished coprolite. I'm really excited. Let's get to polishing. So here's one half of our coprolite after the 600 grit. It's taking a phenomenal polish, and right in the center there, that's pretty cool. It's got some sort of special effect that I've never really seen, the way the light's playing on it. So it'd be fun to see that totally polished on to the 1200 grit. Here we have it after 1200 grit. Almost there. Looking nice. Real nice. Light plays on there, already at 1200. Woo! I did it! I cut and polished a turd. Most likely. I need to hear what you guys think about this. I've been thinking about the whole time while I've been polishing, like, is it coprolite, marine, mammal? Is it concretion? I haven't found any positive IDs on the little bit of searching that I did. But either way, it was fun to cut it. It was fun to polish it, and it took a beautiful polish. This is going to be the prettiest polished piece of coprolite you've ever seen. Well, here's another look at the outside. I don't know about you, but for me, this is a dead giveaway, and that right there, that's a space peanut. Check out the beautiful polish that this took. I'll let the light play on it a little bit. Looks really, really good. Beautiful details in there. Dietary layering going on. Oh, really, really sweet. Some fractures in there. It's not too bad though. They're really cool. Really, really neat looking. That's so crazy. I don't know what else to say about it, to be honest. It's taking my breath away. Not because of the stink or anything. It's just really, really pretty. And I'm very, very grateful that it stayed together, because you can kind of see there in the light. It has some kind of thick fracturing and stuff going on there. So I'm very grateful that it stayed together. That is neat. What a cool piece of cut and polished coprolite. Well, I will have to find a very special place for it up on my rock display shelf, because that one is staying in my collection. It's pretty sweet. I hope you guys had so much fun on this lapidary adventure. I have a huge favor to ask of you, so please don't be a stinker and drop a huge steamy like on this video. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.